for. 2K Sports and the NBA present our Wednesday afternoon affair. So the Hornets win the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, Diaw and Duncan at the 4 and the 5. Pargo and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And it's Daye in at the 3, the small forward.
And there's the first bucket of the game.
Yeah, that's a nice tone setter out of the gate.
Gerald Henderson certainly helped by the acquisition of Jefferson, which created some space for him on the perimeter. He's made great strides with his outside shot over his shoulder.
Oh, here's Parker. 6 on the shot clock. Duncan misses. Now Henderson. He kicks it to Zeller. He dishes it to Walker. Henderson against Green. And here's Walker outside. Green with the rebound. And Henderson a slasher. One of the best wings in the league at working himself to the line.
Also a steady defender too, Kevin, and he has worked on developing his long-range shooting as well. He gets that piece pretty balanced all around.
Now here's Walker. Kicks to Henderson. And it's Kidd-Gilchrist penetrating. He sinks the 11-footer. Kidd-Gilchrist has got his first points in this one.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively, they desperately need a basket.
Parker kicks to Diaw. Poke loose. And Green now, top of the key. Can't get it to go. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. Here is Daye. He's covered by Kidd-Gilchrist. That one goes. Covered.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Now it's in it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
I asked him about how his team was going to handle the veterans of the Spurs, and he said there really isn't a whole lot that Duncan and them haven't seen, so you can't surprise them one way or another. Really, it comes down to us being as careful with the ball as they are and being efficient in our possessions. Sounds simple enough, gentlemen.
All right, Doris. Now here's Walker. Henderson kicks to Walker. Here's Biyombo. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. The drive by Green, that ties it up.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Parker against Walker. Biyombo kicks to Henderson. Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. He feeds it to Henderson. To the left wing. Charlotte moving the ball around. Down low. Zeller. And he converts the layup.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by Charlotte. Parker kicks to Duncan. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Tim Duncan, in a lot of ways, the epitome of Steve's substance over style.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, but both in terms of his game and his personality. He's just a winner and a leader. He does it in such a quiet fashion that sometimes people forget to take notice.
Charlotte has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Walker the pass to Henderson. Here's Biyombo. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 6 to shoot. And that one's good by Henderson.
And when I think think about Duncan's leadership, man, I could go on and on. I don't even know if I have enough time, but one of the things that stands out is he's never put himself above his teammates or the staff, and he allows himself to be coached extremely hard by Greg Popovich. He's relentless, dedicated. In many ways, he can lead without saying a word.
Here's Green, following the basket by Gerald Henderson. That's a 2 from Parker. No good off the back of the rim.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
They get it back, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Zeller's got his second best. San Antonio trailing here.
Talk about Duncan allowing Pop to get into it. I think really he's his own toughest critic. As great as he is, he's hard on himself. He's pushed himself to become great.
Pass today. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, it's amazing what a year can do, isn't it? Then Bobcats, now Hornets, completely lost heading into last season. But with the additions they made, I think they have this ship back on track.
As you said, Charlotte really one of the teams that took a lot of people by surprise last year. Big turnaround, spearheaded by a wonderful presence in the locker room, Big Al Jefferson.
Yeah, and a tremendous presence on the floor, too, as a post scorer and guy that commanded double teams. The organization saw that things were wide open in the East. They could have sat on their hands and stood pat. They went after Al Jefferson and got a centerpiece to do it.
Now here's Henderson. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Zeller with it, guarded now by Duncan. Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. Henderson against Green. Clock is at 3. Here's Walker.
If I'm him, I'm looking to move the ball the rest of the quarter because he cannot buy a shot.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
It's deflected. Stolen by Walker. Henderson kicks to Walker. Pass to Biyombo. It's Henderson on the wing. Kidd-Gilchrist dishes to Zeller. Back to Kidd-Gilchrist. Here's the feet to Henderson. They set the pick. Back to Kidd-Gilchrist. It's Henderson on the wing. Covered by Duncan. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Parker with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. No one near him. And he gets the jumper to drop. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Yeah, he has to be frustrated by how his offense is flowing. I can't blame him. You know, they're getting good looks out there, but the shots just aren't falling.
That can get into a team's head if it goes unchecked, continuing to miss good shots. So this timeout might be a way to combat that.
San Antonio making a switch here. Splitters checked in.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
Hornets trailed by 4. Henderson with a screen on Pargo, and it's Walker penetrating. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Pocket 6. Kidd-Gilchrist, the pass to Walker. Shot to stop the drought, and he gets it to go.
Well, he gets one to drop. And with just one make and 7 attempts, he really hasn't helped his team much offensively.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. The dish to Pargo. Now the basket today. Here's the screen. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Splitter misses. Charlotte has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Walker with it. He's picked up by Parker. This is it to Kidd-Gilchrist. Feeds it to Henderson. Corner shot. And the shot is good. Henderson's got it all tied up now for Charlotte.
Last season, Coach Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs winning his 5th NBA championship. One of only 5 NBA coaches in the league's history to win that many rings. He's one of the all-time greats.
Now here's Green. Parker with no one around. A three-pointer is right on target. Parker's got 5 points so far. Here's Walker. Zeller setting the pick for Walker. Henderson kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Henderson against Green. Combo dishes to Walker. He's hit again. Shot by Zeller, no good.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yep, they were ready to go right from the opening tip.
They set the pick. Up off the screen. Daye. They grab their own miss. Diaw, the screen. Parker outside. Hornets with the rebound.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Here's Biyombo. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Dishes it to Walker. He kicks to Biyombo. He feeds it to Kidd-Gilchrist. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
Yeah, 6 of their last 10 points coming in that in-between range.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. San Antonio also making some changes. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Diaw. Corey Joseph comes in for Austin Daye. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Here's Mills. There's a screen. Off the screen. Rebounded by Hairston. Takes it to Green. Right side Green. He's again. Good. And the Spurs lead by 3. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Here's Roberts. He dishes it to Maxiell. Williams a screen. Hairston the pass to Williams. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Stolen by Joseph. Here is Splitter, covered by Hairston. Splitter kicks to Joseph. They set the pick. Pass to Mills. Takes the 3. Hornets with the rebound.
Take a look at the rebound totals. That's +5 now on the glass.
And Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. Hornets trailed by 3. Here's Roberts. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Williams. Launches a 3. No good. On the wing, Green. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good. And so he hits both. And so the first quarter is in the books. Spurs lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a Spurs so far, guys? What do you think?
I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
They've got Vonleh. Ryan Roberts out there with Hairston. Then it's Williams. And it's Maxiell in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Mills can't hit.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic. Patty Mills is one of the first indigenous Australians to play in the NBA. Trained at the San Australian Institute of Sport to help develop Andrew Bogut. He played his college ball at St. Mary's in the Bay Area and has really developed into a nice backup player.
That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Roberts.
And you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Spurs shooting the ball at 42%. And there's the feed to Joseph. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Mills dishes to Duncan. And that one's good. Duncan's got 6. And Mills more of a scoring point, not a big assist man by any means, Steve, but he keeps his turnovers extremely low.
Yeah, great shooter, deep range, terrific speed and quickness. Puts a lot of pressure on a defense. DJ Hairston, an interesting case. Spent 2 seasons at North Carolina, then ruled ineligible. Ended up playing for a year in the D-League. I'll tell you, he can be a steal when you consider his NBA frame and prolific scoring ability.
And he makes the first. And trouble seems to follow this Hairston kid. This offseason, he got into an altercation with a high school kid during a pickup game in Durham. And he's got to stay away from some of these issues.
Well, clearly he's had some bumps in the road, and the more you have, the more you think it's a pattern. So at some point, he's got to turn this thing around. Now, we know your rope gets longer, the more talented. He has tremendous talent, and the rope has been fairly long and loose, but at some point, he's got to tighten things up. And if he does, it'll be a factor. Well, Tim Duncan, when asked about his retirement plans right after the 2013 finals, refused to dignify the question with the response. But last season's Spurs run answered loudly enough.
And for Duncan and the Spurs, year after year, people write him off. And Steve, they keep proving him wrong.
It's incredible. I mean, I think I wrote them off 4 years ago, and here they are continuing to just be an elite team in the NBA. And Duncan, one of the big reasons for it. He seems to get better and better, and he loves the game. He continues to stay in great shape and compete. Who knows how long he'll go.
And the Hornets making a change here. Henderson's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Daye's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of last 17 years in the league. The Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games, not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
Spurs leading by 4. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brooks. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, as you know, Tony Parker is now an elder statesman in the NBA. His father feels as if he's been a mature force since he started playing at the French Training Institute. Parker's father said, quote, "I don't think you can get any more mature than that. Leaving home at 14, you have to become a man on your own." Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
Tremendous dedication to the game. It's great to remember just how far he's come.
And the Spurs have done an amazing job, Clark, over the years surrounding Duncan with the right kind of talent.
And Tim Duncan has done a great job leading and making adjustments in his own game. They're a team with great scouting and development of their players. You talk to players who've been there. That's one of the things they rave about, Kevin, is they get the attention for their individual development. All of their players were not lottery picks. Most of them were mid, late, first-round picks, some second-round guys. And it's just another example of doing it the right way at the highest level.
Tries it from 9. Potter, no good.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Offensive rebound, and he gets the bucket.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second-chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Here's Mills looking for his first basket still on this one. Now the dish to Buck. Off the screen. The pass to Joseph. To the wing right side. Here is Bonner. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Joseph. Feeds it to Mills. Shot clock at 6. Moves back up. Williams with the block. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Kidd-Gilchrist with the ball. And then Henderson with the jam.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Now here's Joseph. There's the pick. Duncan with a screen on Henderson. Dishes it to Daye. He kicks to Joseph. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
They've been strong on the board. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game there.
Scooped up.
Boy, that's 2 easy points you've just given away.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Out to Duncan. Duncan right side. Inside. And Daye gets it to go. Daye's got 8 points.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
And Maxiell kicks to Henderson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now here's Joseph. Daye kicks to Mills. Out left to the wing. Lets it go from 11. Williams with the block. Here's Roberts. Henderson, no one around him. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here is Daye. 8 points for him. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Henderson kicks to Roberts. There's a screen by Williams. Right side, Williams. From the arc. Good. Henderson's got 13 points.
He started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Now, here's Joseph. They set the screen. Here's Bonner. Good on the baseline change. Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can ride the momentum and take control of this game.
Some changes for Charlotte. Biyombo is checked in for Maxiell. Zeller comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brian Roberts. Boris Diaw's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Patty Mills. Now here's Walker. Ayres for 3. Charlotte no good that time either. San Antonio leading. Fires from the wing. And Parker gets it to go. The assist from Duncan. And that's now 7 points for Tony Parker. The Hornets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And Walker kicks to Biyombo. Zeller setting the pick for Henderson. No dice from the high post.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open. Couldn't take advantage.
Joseph. And that one's good. And it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Parker against Walker. In the corner, Henderson with it. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. Spurs leading by 5. Diaw, the screen. Kicks it to Daye. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Charlotte has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. And Walker kicks to Henderson. Latrey. The rebound by Daye. Daye's got his 5th rebound right right now in the game.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Now here's Joseph. Diaw, the pass to Pargo. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. Diaw's got 3 assists in the game. Charlotte calls timeout. Splitters checked in for Tim Duncan. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they've put up this month. In the 3rd spot, the Spurs.
They've been playing so smartly. Just the way they move the ball and they share it, they're always finding good looks.
Kidd-Gilchrist dishes to Henderson. And a wide open look for Walker. The good-looking shot from the wing. Walker's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Spurs leading by 6.
Kemba Walker, quick, great handle on the ball. He's a blur in transition. What I like about it is always looking to push the tempo from these baskets. And he's tough, not afraid of
And Walker tough to stay in front of, but yet Pargo's become a great finisher around the rim.
Well, you know, you have to be able to do that at his size. He's listed at 6'1", which I think is really generous. He's more 5'10", 5'11", and he understands that's an area that he has to continue to expand and add to the potent offensive player he's capable of doing. Diaw was more aggressive looking for his offense last season, and he's got a lot of it. I thought he shot the ball extremely well. Excellent percentages both from the field, 2-point range, and long range.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 13. It's hauled in by Tony Parker.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Such a careless pass. Got to keep your head in the game here.
Green, he's checked in for the Spurs. Hornets trailed by 7. And Diaw last season averaging around 9 points a game. That represented a major uptick in his score.
Yeah, and it's really not about his scoring either, as you know, Kevin. I mean, he's a guy who can beat you in a lot of different ways. Terrific passer, perfect in that San Antonio offense because of his ability to see the floor and pick the defense apart.
And Zeller kicks to Walker. Kidd-Gilchrist, the pass to Zeller. Count that one. Zeller's got 6 points.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Joseph. He feeds it to Diaw. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Parker. Puts it up from 12, and that one's good. Parker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Walker against Parker. And Walker kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Walker dishes to Kidd-Gilchrist. Pass to Henderson. San Antonio with the rebound. Splitters got 5 rebounds tonight.
This has not at all been the performance they needed.
Parker up top. Henderson defending. The Hornets pull it in. Biyombo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Clark, they've been looking at a sink offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now here's Zeller. 6 points for him. Back to Walker. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Parker.
You know, back in college, Kemba Walker led UConn to the 2011 NCAA championship and was the Final Four most outstanding player that season. Nice to see a winner like him back in the playoffs now.
Walker far and away the leading scorer for UConn in their title run. Last season, second on the Cats in scoring after Al Jefferson. Steve, can he be a distributor as well, do you think?
I think so. You know, he's not an elite playmaker, but for this team, he's needed as a scorer. So he has to find that balance. He's certainly capable of making plays for others.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Vonleh's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And it's Hairston in for Gerald Henderson. Now, here's Here's Joseph. And it's slammed in by Diaw.
So a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
That's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? When it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
Walker against Parker. Zeller passes to Hairston. Here's Vonleh. Makes it off the glass.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Spurs leading by 5. Pass to Diaw. 43 seconds left in the first half. The feed to Green. And here is Diaw.
Of course, Diaw, pretty unique player. He came into the league as a passing point forward, but became a small forward and then really a 4. But he's a crafty passer and he can score a little bit from the outside. Very difficult player to play.
And you look at Diaw playing the 4. Some have criticized his conditioning, but he has the size to hold his ground. That's for sure.
Yeah, you can't move him out of there. He's a good post defender because he's strong and smart. Not as good moving in space, though. He's a below average rebounder. It's good to pair him with somebody that does glass it.
Now, here's Vonleh. Goes to the fadeaway and hits. Vonleh's got 4 points now in the quarter. 15 seconds left in the first half. And Joseph kicks to Parker. And the pass to Joseph. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And the first half ends in a close one. Spurs out in front, leading by 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Brooks, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Coach Popovich, a strong first half for you. Was the up-tempo pace part of the game plan?
Well, we've upped the pace. That's what we need to do because we're not as good a defensive team as we used to be, so something's got to give somewhere.
Thanks for the time, guys.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. Look at Gerald Henderson. He's been playing really well.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
On the court for San Antonio. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Diaw and Duncan at the 4 and the 5. And it's Daye in at the 3 slot.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one. Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. And he's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English, or, just a spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that too.
San Antonio leading by 6, and Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Under coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever, and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris. Here's Parker. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. The fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
And when this is for Diaw.
The Hornets are certainly showing signs of development and improvement, and that's not all they're doing to put fans in the seats. Those who bought season tickets last season got season tickets for this season for free. That meant tickets as cheap as $3.25 a game. Heck of a deal.
Spurs leading by 10. The drive by Green, and that one's good. Green's got 8 points.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Henderson with a screen on Pargo. Henderson, no one around him. That's a very good look and converts. 15 points in the game. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Outside, Green. Parker outside. The 3. The Hornets pull it in.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Henderson dishes to Walker. Passes it to Kidd-Gilchrist. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds to Biyombo. Henderson, no one around him. Connects from three-point range. Henderson's got 18 points.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Duncan with the screen for Parker. Green kicks to Duncan. Duncan with the screen on Henderson. The drive by Green. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Danny Green, a nice find by the Spurs as a 3 and D role player. The Spurs always seem to find those kind of guys. A good second-round pick was Green. Got waived by the Cavs. Spent some time playing abroad. Now he holds the record for three-pointers made in the finals.
No good on the second free throw. And for Danny Green, guys, quality defender at either wing position. And, you know, Steve, as you like to say, a floor spacer offensively.
That's right. Two-way guys, Kevin. Two-way players. That's what the playoffs are all about. You think about the success Green has had the last couple of seasons. Defending star players at one end, knocking down big threes at the other. Wow, what a player he's become.
Now, here's Green, following the miss by Kemba Walker. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
A lot of people thought that Danny Green would build on his play from the 2013 playoffs last season, but he was marred by injuries and underwhelming performances from him. Definitely not what he or Spurs fans were hoping for.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
Quality free throw shooter a year ago, about 79%.
And both free throws good for Green. And Danny Green last season, a dip in his field goal and three-point percentage play.
You know, he hit a slump around the middle of the season, but he finished strong. Still a highly efficient scorer.
And the Hornets are all-time here.
He has to be concerned with all the missed shots. I mean, it happens to every team, but you have to find a way to keep being productive even when you go through a shooting drought.
He might be trying to tell them to get to the free throw line. You know, all teams go cold in points during the game, but the good team still find ways to score.
That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Kemba Walker. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here is Daye. He's covered by Kidd-Gilchrist and stolen by Zeller. Henderson kicks to Zeller. Walker the pass to Kidd-Gilchrist. Dish out to Henderson. Charlotte moving it around. 5 to shoot. Right at the free throw line. The rebound by Daye.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Stolen by Walker. Right side to Walker. At the elbow it's Kidd-Gilchrist. There's the pick. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Now Parker, 16 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Duncan right shot. And that's on about. San Antonio will retain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to look at some of the players that are contributing in areas you might not expect. The top rebounding shooting guards of the past month. You look at Green, one of the game's best, second in the league.
And these are sort of your do-it-all guys. You know, even if rebounding isn't necessarily a priority for shooting guards, it's still an important skill to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. As much as you can do to help your team, you increase your value and your importance. And the guys on this list give their team a huge boost with their ability to squeeze the arm.
And here's Walker. Following the three-pointer by Tony Parker. Some changes for Charlotte. Maxiell's checked in for Cody Zeller. Williams comes in for Kidd-Gilchrist. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Kemba Walker. Then for the Spurs. Bonner, he's checked in for Diaw. That's Mills in for Tony Parker. Here's Biyombo. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Brian Roberts coming to the NBA 2 seasons ago after playing internationally. Had a great season as a 27-year-old rookie. Last year with Drew Holiday injured, he actually spent a lot of time at the starting point guard spot in New Orleans.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for San Antonio.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they're getting so much penetration on the defense that they're getting a lot of easy buckets as a result of breaking down that defense.
And Roberts is more of a shooter than a true point guard. A bit of a combo guard is how I would describe him. He's good ball handler, decent size, but his assist-to-turnover ratio fell off in year 2. That should also be an area of focus for him.
By Maxiell. Roberts dishes to Williams. And again, the Hornets missing. Spurs leading by 9. And Brian Roberts very quick and elusive, but Steve, not a big-time penetrator or finisher inside.
No, but he might look to drive the ball contact a bit more because last season he was the league's best free throw shooter at 94%. They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Here's Roberts. He has 5. Biyombo kicks to Henderson. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the paint, deflects the pass, and stolen by Williams. He kicks to Roberts. Dishes it to Henderson. Out to the wing. Fires the 3. Good. Roberts got 8 points.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. There's the pick. Here's Daye. Rebound Maxiell. Hornets trailed by 9. Left side Williams. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Charlotte.
The success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot. But if they do, I think you're right, Park. Particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the 3 by Charlotte. And Mills kicks to Daye. 6 to shoot. Charlotte has got a three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. That's good. And now it's just a 4-point Spurs lead.
Things are really tightening up now as their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
Here's Mills. That's good. Mills has got 4 this quarter.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
Here's Roberts. 8 points for him. Kicks it to Maxiell. He feeds it to Henderson. Williams for 3. And it's Williams again missing.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Mills can't hit.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Williams passes to Maxiell. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Biyombo kicks to Williams. Again, the miss by Williams.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range. Spurs were able to take the top seed in the West once again and set themselves up for yet another deep playoff run.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Here's Henderson following the basket by Tim Duncan. Henderson dishes to Maxiell. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. Vonleh's checked in for the Hornets. Hairston comes in for Gerald Henderson. San Antonio also making some changes. Splitter comes in for Tim Duncan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Daye. San Antonio leading by 8. Pass to Joseph. There's a good screen. He dishes it to Splitter. And stolen by Vonleh. Down low. Hairston, the pass to Roberts. Williams kicks to Hairston. Williams against Green. 6 to shoot. Williams double team. Pass to Maxiell. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. 1:31 left here in the third quarter. Here's Joseph. Drills it from outside. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Here's Roberts. 8 points for him. Kept alive. Williams. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter. San Antonio leading by 9. Joseph with the ball. To the paint. Connor no good. Charlotte's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Williams finds the open look, and it's on target. Williams has got 7 points.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Splitter dishes to the bottom. Use that pick to get in close. And the Spurs lead by 9.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Maxiell. That one wide left. Now Mills. Now here's Joseph. They set the pick. Misses in close. And we've reached the end of the third. Spurs lead by 9. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. An absolutely sensational feed, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, he powers it down from there.
The timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
Well, question.
Hornets trail by 9 at the 3. MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. Hairston is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Vonleh in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Here's Hairston. Rebound San Antonio. Splitters got his 6th rebound on the night. The feed to Green. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And Walker kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. The pass to Zeller. The rebound by the Spurs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The drive by Green, and the shot is good. Green's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Spurs. The Hornets shooting 39% from the floor at their best. Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Henderson, he's checked in for Hairston. And San Antonio also making a switch. Austin Daye, he's checked in for Green. They throw good. Kidd-Gilchrist. Kidd-Gilchrist, second overall pick back in 2012. And Clark, as you know, an NCAA champion, you saw firsthand with Kentucky.
Yeah, you know, I like his disposition, and I love his motor. I mean, his defense, his size, athleticism. He's an excellent rebounder for his position and size. He can defend up to 3 or 4 positions on the court. When you look at him, and I don't like to compare guys, Kevin, but he reminds me a bit of a young Gerald Augustin.
Shot by Zeller, no good. Spurs leading by 8. Stolen by Henderson. It's a floater. Rebounded by the Spurs. Diaw's got 6 rebounds in the game. Parker with it. It's picked up by Walker. Passes to Daye. Feeds it to Diaw. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Parker. Another miss by Parker.
And for Kidd-Gilchrist, the knock has always been about his outside shooting ability. His shot has a big pitch in it. He shoots it on the way down, so there's a lot of fundamental issues with that stroke.
Now here's Kidd-Gilchrist following the miss by Tony Parker. Now here's Joseph. Henderson defending, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Well, you look at that shooting motion from MKG. Boy, that thing is broke at this point. It's going to be hard for him to fix it. I think he can. He's still not beyond being modified. If that happens, the sky's the limit. He just turned 21, so he's got a chance to get that jumper right.
Biyombo is checked in for Vonleh. Duncan, he's checked in for the Spurs. Hornets trailed by 9. Walker the pass to Kidd-Gilchrist. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Parker kicks to Daye. Back to Parker. Corner shot. Can't hit. And the Hornets now going the other way. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Kidd-Gilchrist missing 6 weeks last season with a broken hand, and frankly, he took a step back overall. His numbers getting worse almost across the board.
And a player taken 2nd overall 2 years ago. A lot of pressure riding on the shoulders of MKG.
You know, sometimes guys fall into draft positions that don't necessarily match their skill level, but you can never question the work ethic of this young man, and you know he's going to maximize whatever he can be as a pro because of it.
Green, he's checked in for Joseph. Walker against Parker. Duncan kicks to Green, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got 3 assists in the game. Hornets trailed by 7. Walker dishes to Kidd-Gilchrist. Down low. Shot's good by Walker.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops. They can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high percentage looks.
Here's Pargo. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Duncan with a screen for Pargo. 6 to shoot. Diaw the base to Pargo. Parker left side. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Parker's got 9 points now in just the second half. Hornets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. With the fadeaway. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is to get back down again to 5. The basket that time coming from Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Diaw with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. And Diaw kicks to Parker. Into Green. Here's Diaw. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
Fades. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Wow, this offensive explosion and finally narrowing this gap.
And it came as they were standing at death's door. I didn't think we'd have this close a game at this stage in the fourth quarter, Steve.
To the inside. Daye. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's not very often you can say this about the future. Is looking pretty bright.
So often the season ends and you're thinking about the issues you've got to deal with. But right now, the Hornets heading in a good direction.
And for Charlotte, as you said, part of it is feeling good with their direction. But also, they should feel good that they actually have a direction after the way the last few years have been.
You know, having a direction, as you mentioned, had been a problem with Charlotte because they seem to change their minds every year about who they were going to be. And they did it for the last decade or so. Now it seems as though the base is solid and they've got an idea of how they want to build and who they want to build around, and they've got a group that can grow together.
Well, Cody Zeller out of Indiana, the younger brother of Tyler Zeller, who was drafted in 2012. And Cody at 6'11" played center for the Hoosiers, more of a power forward than at the NBA level.
And as most of you know, Cody Zeller from a family of 7-footers with older, bigger brothers. He had to develop his guard skills and learn to score away from the basket.
You know, Kevin, he actually played point guard on his high school JV team, going back a few years. So he has the skills to play the floor. He's an underrated athlete, too, and I thought that would be the case, having watched him at Indiana. I like what I've seen from him.
And Kidd-Gilchrist gets it to go in.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to score all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Thank you, Doris. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. And Walker kicks to Henderson. To take the lead. Great D that time from Green.
Good, tough defense there. Getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for him. That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Here's the dish to Biyombo. Back to Walker. Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. He kicks it to Zeller. 6 on the shot clock. The turnaround jumper.
Got him with the turnaround there. That was as sweet as honey.
Spurs have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. There's the screen. And it's Duncan penetrating. And he was fouled on the way
passes have been absolutely beautiful, Clark.
Good on the second free throw.
That's big. I mean, if it wasn't for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position. They did not come away totally empty.
Parker against Walker. Dishes to Henderson to tie it up. Rebound San Antonio. Duncan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Parker against Walker. Parker drives in, and Gerald Henderson is going to pick up that foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
Parker outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Daye. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You know, one of the reasons the Spurs are able to stay near the top of the standings is that play is consistent. They never seem to drop games that they're supposed to win. And that's true even when they're on the road.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Well, the Spurs were incredible on the road last season. San Antonio, the best record on the road in the NBA by far.
Well, they were the best team in the NBA by far, for the most part. I mean, there's nobody that's behind that. 30 wins is more than most teams would get at home. But as you mentioned, the Spurs just don't lose to lesser teams on the road, and that's a credit to everybody there. Coaches, the players, they focus and lock in. They don't give away games most times. They'd have loved to cut it to 1 there. They're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
Parker outside. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Diaw dishes to Parker. San Antonio again missing. The Hornets have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Walker with it. Guarded now by Duncan. Back to Kidd-Gilchrist. Outside, Walker. Kicks to Henderson to take the lead. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Now he's missing a lot of shots out here. Offensively, he just has not been able to produce in this quarter.
Here's Parker. Hits it from 3-point range. Parker's got 24 points.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Look at Tony Parker. What a contribution.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. You got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Right side to Walker. He feeds it to Henderson. Zeller passes to Biyombo. Clock at 6. Here's Henderson. Nice shot from the wing. He's got 24.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Spurs leading by 3. And here is Parker. Green with a screen on Walker. Duncan outside. Trying his luck deep. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And Walker kicks to Kidd lead by 6.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Henderson kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Here's Biyombo, covered by Duncan. Walker goes in. Parker with the steal. Here's Green. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
Now here's Walker. And it's Walker again missing.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Outside, Green, knocked loose. Pass to Diaw, tries it from 19, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now it's an 11-point Spurs lead. And Clark, maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
I don't think it's going to happen, Parker.
Yeah, pretty unlikely to dig out of this hole, but you can't think that way. You got to just play it possession by possession.
And he finishes with the dunk.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?